LeAnna Beach with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, PenFed Realty. It's the longest name. As the lady from Ace Hardware said yesterday, oh, the fancy company. And so I'm here with Shelley Hansel. Shelley and I have been friends since 1990. Yeah. When we worked at a TV station together, she was actually on air. I was always behind the scenes. This is my first on-air gig ever.
I think it's cool. I'm glad and very proud to be on your show, Miss LeAnna. That's so cool.
You are the mayor of Wellington, which is just so hard for me to believe in the first place.
You and a bunch of other people, so don't feel like you're alone on this one.
But Wellington is, 35 minutes south of here?
Yeah.
And a vibrant area with things going on.
Yeah.
You guys just celebrated, Wheat Festival about a month ago?
Kansas Wheat Festival, always in the summer, in July. Yeah, we've got some really exciting. I was just telling somebody it's neat to drive into Wellington or even out of Wellington because there's construction going on along what we call our Turnpike corridor, that 2-mile stretch of Wellington that goes from our city limits to the Turnpike, to the Kansas Turnpike.
Right.
You know, for the longest time, just kind of laid dormant, and now we've got construction
kind of the school was the first thing that you saw.
Yeah, the school was certainly the big move when they moved our high school from kind of in the middle of town out to that corridor. The land was donated, and so it was just a kind of a no-brainer, as they say. And then the Walmart moved out, and then our McDonald's moved out there.
Right. I've been to all those places.
and now we have Cowley College, and it's not just a satellite campus. It's actually a full-blown campus. It has an administration building and what we call our kind of technical ed building. They're teaching a lot of aerospace and welding and all that.
Which we need. Plumbing,
which we do,
electricians.
all that kind of stuff.
Because of my real estate business, it's very difficult to find those tradespeople from time to time.
Absolutely. So that's very specific. And then we've got a Dollar Tree, and who knows what else we're going to have out on that corridor. But we're moving and a shaking.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
So if somebody had never been to Wellington, tell us why we would want to go there. Besides, I was born there.
Right.
I don't know if you knew that.
I did know that.
St. Luke's Hospital.
I remember that tidbit. Yeah. I think what's nice about Wellington is a quick little day trip. As we were just talking about in the summer, especially, there's the wonderful aquatic center. Ours may not be as big as some of the ones that have been built in recent history, but what I like is it's a great for people who have smaller children that want to be able to see the entire pool at the same time, and so always know where their kids are. But we have the water slides and all that kind of stuff. So that's really neat. We have a world-class golf course, as you and I were just talking. It's a short 18-hole golf course, but it is very challenging. We've held a lot of the state tournaments down there. It's just a great golf course. And our downtown is still just a quaint. We've got a neat quilt shop and a toy store and clothing stores and knick-knack stuff and a couple of, what do they call those? Vintage market type places. And we have the National Depression Glass Museum in downtown.
I did not know that.
It's cool. If you love antique glass, you got to get down there because they also have stuff for sale. And then the Chisholm Trail Museum, and we have a great little coffee house. So to me, it's like one of those places you could come down, have a nice little breakfast, and then go shopping a little bit, and then, whatever. Or if it's a nice day, go play golf or whatever.
And you have the Carnegie Library.
We do.
Do you know the history of the Carnegie Libraries?
Oh, I've read it before, but yeah. I mean, that is a real jewel.
Yes.
And we've done everything we can to preserve it. We had some roof leakage, but it was decided that we had to do everything we could to preserve it. And so that has been done. And I applaud libraries because they have to do so much to stay relevant. And I think our library really has done that. As a matter of fact, they've got one of those 3D printers. Which I'm just in awe at.
You can make so many things with
those.
My
goodness, it's so cool. But they're just they've really stayed relevant. They offer so many cool things. And then our Memorial Auditorium and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, because you have a country act every 6 months or something.
Every so often we try to bring in some good acts and, and they haven't got to, inviting me yet to perform, but.
Well, I don't think that's a skill of yours.
Oh, you've not seen me at karaoke night.
That is true. Wait, I have. Anyway.
It's not a skill.
No,
you're right.
It's not. Just many skills. Those are not. So what encouraged you to run for mayor in the first place?
Oh.
Because you grew up in Wellington. You came to
did.
Wichita for a period of time, and then you went back and raised your family there.
So spent 15 years in television news, which was great. then decided that it was time for me to be a mom, and so went was able to go back home to Wellington and be the Chamber of Commerce director for 12 years. And during that time, I got to see, because actually being a Chamber of Commerce director, you are kind of like an elected person, but you're not elected. Being the head of a nonprofit chamber organization, business organization, it's very political. So I kind of got a little taste of it doing that. But then when it was time for us to elect a new mayor, we had a 2-term, very, very popular mayor that was ending his term.
Right.
And I wasn't sure that I could support any of the candidates that were running at that point. So at the Leadership Center, which is where I work now, we have a saying that says, if not now, when? And if not me, who?
Right.
And it's not my quote, it's not our quote, it's a famous quote, and I can't think of who said it originally. But I asked myself that, and it was time. It was time for me to, I had started a leadership program in Wellington, and I had encouraged all these people to run for office, and it was now time for me to
step up and
to practice what I preach. And so I ran for mayor, and successfully, and it has been a very, probably the most challenging, rewarding, frustrating, crazy things I've ever done.
So you were in 2 terms, correct?
Actually, I'm in the first of my, it's a 4-year term, and I'm in the 3rd year of my 4-year term. I could run again, but I'm not sure that I will. I have, as you very well know, my daughter, my oldest son has graduated. He's at Hutch. My daughter is 16. She will be a senior the year that I'm done being mayor.
Oh, well, that kind of makes sense.
So I really want to treasure those last few months with her, just her and I, and not have those obligations.
And then, don't you have a younger child?
I do. I have an 8-year-old. So, it's
I was like, I don't want to leave that child.
No,
like, Mom, you never mentioned me.
No,
Come on.
Vaughn. Yeah, Vaughn, my surprise. He keeps me young, and he's just one of my besties.
So, what economic development do you have besides Dollar Tree and Cowley coming to town, or being able to entrepreneur down there? Because wasn't there something with the theater for a while that somebody bought the theater?
Yeah, our Regent Theater shows first-run movies, and it's owned by a couple of local gentlemen, and they do it as a nonprofit. So everything that they make at the concession stand is really how they keep their doors open.
Right.
But it's a great. We get to see first-run movies right there in the old-fashioned historic Regent Theater. Downtown is just like any other downtown. It struggles, but we have plenty of space if anybody wants to open a unique shop, because I think that's what makes small towns wonderful. But housing, you of all people know about housing, and we are right now seeing some new builds. And as a matter of fact, out on that Turnpike corridor, there's some duplexes that are being built there behind the Walmart and around the college. And a lot of people that are downsizing are opening up some beautiful historic homes. As a matter of fact, there's one on South Washington right now that's gorgeous.
We've got about 15 seconds to wrap this up, so I don't want it to run out of time. Because we could talk all day. I think you figured that out. I will be not here next weekend because it is Labor Day. Believe it or not, summer has passed us by.